Hey, today I'm going to be sharing a list on who are Meat Canyon's most good characters and not good characters on a scale to good to evil. Okay, first we have these random children. Uh, and also, just so that everyone knows, this is only what they appeared in the Meat Canyon universe. For example, Mr. Beast is not going to have it's only the Meat Canyon Mr. Beast. Okay. So these are the children. Not sure if you, hold up. How do you put it? I think I think that's good. So these guys are pretty innocent. Have no idea what the hell's going on. So yeah. And then throughout the entire video that they're featured. Next is Bugs Bunny's dad. He's seen he is seen trying to prevent Bugs Bunny from raping. And well, he ends up that's the last time he's ever seen. So he's a really good character. And next is this police officer from the what's that word? From the from the latest episode of Meat Canyon. He is a he's very honorable and yeah, he tries to prevent the bank robbery. Sadly, that ended up in death. And I think that's good. He ended up being. He's probably also the most logical of the Meat Canyon universe. And next, the guy from King of the Hill. He is he ended up killing his son, but his son became a giant thing. Some giant cancer. So yeah. Okay, so this guy uh he is he ended up helping the his grandson, I think it was, when he ended up uh and he ended up breaking his arm. Yeah, yeah. And next is this guy. I think it's Obi-Wan. He ended up uh he ended up helping he ended up breaking up arguments between the Anakin and the black guy. Who is the black? Who is the black Jedi? Who is that one? So yeah, he's a pretty good guy. The has a good relationship with the Wookiees and does literally nothing wrong, so he's probably the most center out of everyone. Okay, next is the tiger. He is his tactics are not are more to the creepy side than just morally wrong. And he tries to make someone fat, so that's why he is there. The next is the Bugs Bunny, who is now officially canonized as a serial rapist. Yes, now it's officially canon that he's a struggling rapist all along. So this guy, he ended up was a originally a struggling rapist, but was stopped by his father. And then he was peer pressured to squeeze LeBron's donkey. Yeah, donkey. So, because I guess it was more consensual, I think that he was more okay in that situation. Next is this guy. I think, can you see him? I think you can. David Dobrik, is that how you say his name? I think it was. So, David Dobrik, he ended up giving someone who cannot afford it to do the taxes on the Tesla. He gave someone that. And then he ended up consuming him, and after his friends ended up sucking on his nipples. So, yeah, a lot of the characters from this point, like after the Bugs Bunny, are murderers. Or just completely, or just morally not questionable. Morally questionable. Yeah. And also these guys were the people who I deemed worthy. Not necessarily every single one, because I don't have time to be questioning the characters on every single one. Next is the Cat in the Hat. Probably one of my favorite ones. He ends up doing a lot of breaking and entering, killing the goldfish, and tossing around human ashes. Honestly, his kind of disrespectful behavior, really disrespectful behavior, puts him there for sure, yeah. So next is the Courage the Cowardly Dog, who ends up skinning the elderly man's face off. He's just bad. He's just bad. And next is this abomination over here. He ended up nearly killing and destroying the world. He's also a bestiality pervert, where he ended up putting peanut butter on his balls and had the dog lick it off. He ended up being stopped before that happens, but yeah, he's not that good. And next is Ronald McDonald. You can't see his eyes. So Ronald McDonald is a complete weirdo who ended up drugging someone because they didn't eat the Big Mac. Honestly, he's just bad. Yeah. Next is next is the dad of the children. This guy. This guy. This guy is a very, very bad influence. Why can I not stop smiling? I think I just love this series so much. So this guy ended up being cheated on his wife, but he also got riotously drunk, which being drunk is a sin. So that's one point down, but he also beat up his wife. So yeah, that's how he gets there. Yeah. And then you have his wife, who ended up killing his husband. I mean, her husband. And yeah, she ended up killing her husband with a gun. And then you have the guy who he cheated on. Cheating on one person is already unforgivable. Having, and also the same thing if you have sex with someone who is married. That's also incredibly unforgivable. So that's why it gets down there. So next is Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka is a disgusting pedophile. He does not deserve any forgiveness. He's just creepy as hell. There's just no forgiveness to this guy. So yeah. And next is I think this guy is this guy Tom Brady, the football guy? I wanted to say that he was LeBron James for a joke, but I know that he's too white to be LeBron. He ended up kissing his son and ended up slapping his wife and beating up his wife at the same time, which is just disgusting in so many ways. Unforgivable. Next is John Arbuckle. He ended up having various slaves although I think I might give him some slack because he's clearly shown to be incredibly mentally ill. So I might give him some slack there, but he's just wrong in so many places, so I'm kind of cautious putting him like right there. Yeah. Next is the Impractical Pranksters, who ended up doing telling this guy how to do the robbery. They only crave violence for a laugh, which I think is just completely wrong. And people died there, so it's not good. Next is this guy who ended up going with the thing where he ended up shooting several people dead. So yeah, he does not deserve. He ended up killing his wife over that entire prank, so yeah. Next is Ed from Ed, Edd and Eddy. He ended up making a cult where unlike the Courage the Cowardly Dog, who only killed who killed just for revenge, he ended up killing to seek perfection with his little cult. He does not deserve any mercy. And next and most evil one is Mr. Beast. Of course, if we were counting the real life Mr. Beast and only the real life Mr. Beast, this list would be completely different. Although Mr. Beast ended up during the Meat Canyon, he ended up visiting a child. He asked, would you rather have a new heart or have a Tesla? The child chooses the Tesla, which I won't blame Mr. Beast for being bad just yet. But then when the patient says that he'll be saved in a couple of days, we'll have a new heart from out of state, he ends up throwing one of his friends out of the window and ends up blowing the hospital up. So that's why Mr. Beast is the worst character ever in the Meat Canyon. So yeah. I think I just made the cringiest list ever. That's why I was laughing at all this time. Okay, so for everyone who ended up watching at the end, congratulations. I have no idea what you were expecting. And I ended up not having any time to put every single character, so because I'm incredibly lazy, this took like only 2 days to start. Was it 2 days or was it 3 days? I have no idea. Okay, bye.